Are you looking for something that's high protein, quick, and can be used as a meal or as a snack? Well, this chicken salad recipe is exactly what you're looking for. We're gonna get started with the star of the show, which is gonna be the chicken. You could make your own chicken if you wanted to, but for today, we are gonna keep it even easier by getting pre-cooked chicken from H-E-B. So this is just saving us a little bit of time. We have some celery here for the crunch. Again, pre-chopped. You could get it whole and chop up your own, but we're all about saving time today. We have over here some Greek yogurt, a little bit of extra protein, add some creaminess to it. We have mayonnaise. Yes, there is some fat going on here, but we have light mayonnaise for today. Doesn't take very much to get that extra texture that we're looking for out of the mayonnaise. We also have mustard, one of my few most hated foods on earth, but we have just a little bit of it in our recipe today. We have the cranberries for the sweet touch, and then just a couple of seasonings that you can throw in. These are completely optional, but we have black pepper today, celery salts, and garlic salt. All right, guys, let's get this chicken salad together. We broke out our food scale so we can make sure that all of our quantities stay in order. So we're gonna turn that guy on with our bowl up there. We're gonna open up our chicken. We're gonna start with 4 ounces of chicken. Fun fact, 4 ounces is equivalent to 112 grams. So a lot of times when I'm using a food scale, I like to stay consistent with what you measure with, whether it's ounces or grams. A lot of times gram just makes it easier, across the board. But most meats, the serving sizes will be given in ounces. So if you make that conversion, sometimes just makes it a little bit easier. So we have 4 ounces or 112 grams of chicken. And I'm gonna grab a spoon here for our yogurt. We only need 50 grams of Greek yogurt. This is non-fat Greek yogurt for some extra protein and creaminess. And 50 grams is not very much. So just kind of being careful here. All right. When it comes to the mayonnaise, we only need 15 grams of mayonnaise. Don't tell Denver, but I didn't wash the spoon in between. We're gonna go 15 grams of mayonnaise. Perfect. I hope she doesn't watch this. She doesn't watch my stuff. And then we're also gonna go 15 grams of the cranberries. If you like extra sweet, you could put a little extra, it never hurts, Now you do have to be careful, I guess, with the cranberries here. The calories could add up between the cranberries and the mayonnaise. But for our purposes, with 15 grams, it makes it plenty sweet and still super low calorie, super low sugar. I actually don't love celery all that much either. When Denver makes it, she puts 10 grams in, so we'll just kind of stay consistent with that. And then for mustard, again, I hate mustard, but I will admit that giving it a nice squirt in there of mustard does make a difference. So, and now for the seasonings, you can add your own seasonings, kind of whatever you like, but we're gonna use a little bit of pepper here, and you can add more or less again to taste for yourself. A little bit of garlic salt, sprinkle that in there, and then a little bit of celery salt. Pretty simple. We're just gonna mix this guy up. If you have big chunks of chicken in there, you can maybe break them up a little bit, but just give it a good stir. Here's our final product. One of my favorite things about this recipe is the versatility. You could eat this by itself if you wanted to. You wanted to keep it super low carb, kind of use it as a snack, maybe some chips like as a little dip. Or if you wanted to make a full-fledged meal out of it, just take 2 pieces of whole grain bread, make a sandwich, and now you have a complete meal out of this protein salad. So try this out. Lots of protein going on here, super fast, simple, fun, effective, just like everything else we do here. Try this recipe out. Let us know what you think.